What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. It's the 25th day of January, and here we are at about 2.8 cents with roughly 7 hours and 50 minutes left in the day. We are dropping, and actually picked up the pace a little bit last week, and we picked up the volume as well, officially like breaking out of this kind of low area here. The question is, are we at our low or do we go lower? And over here, when we were at like 4.5 cents, we did predict that we'd go down probably just below 3 cents. We'd probably come down and find support at prior areas of resistance here, but we even went a step further and said from a low to a high here, our golden ratio is all the way down at 2.5 cents. It's completely possible that Cookie DAO goes down here. Now, I haven't made a video on Cookie DAO in about a week's time, maybe like an extra like 8 days or 9 days time. Haven't talked about it, and that's because the last time we talked about it, this is exactly what we talked about happening. And it hasn't happened yet, right? I believe we are still going to move down, and I believe if we look at the short-term time frame stuff, we'll see signals that suggest that we are going lower. But you can see that there definitely is a depletion in selling pressure. You kicked off this dump with some selling pressure, and as you incrementally move down, you're getting less and less volume, which does lead me to believe that we're getting near the end of this move, but maybe not enough to suggest that we are at the end of it right here. It's completely possible, and this is a totally acceptable area to find support. 2.76 cents, that might be the low. I doubt it. I think we go to 2.5 cents. That's the expectation at the moment, and that's been the expectation for like the past 10 days now. It wasn't the expectation for a long time. I'm very sad and surprised at how far Cookie DAO has come down. Back here and throughout all this time here, nobody knew that X would get rid of cookie snaps and basically attack InfoFi and basically cancel it as a whole. Nobody expected that, and that's maybe some people did. Maybe the insiders knew, and that's why the price moved down initially. And then you hear about the news, retail sells, they panic sell, and then we move back up. The thing is, InfoFi, Cookie DAO, Cookie Snaps, some form of mode of rewards and interactive capabilities like that are going to come back. Cookie, if it doesn't have Cookie Snaps, if that doesn't come back, something like it will come back, right? And when that happens, you're probably going to see a huge surge in the price come back because Cookie Snaps taken away, InfoFi being attacked on X, bad. Whenever it comes back, oh wait, this is really good. Now everything that I was bullish on before is just as bullish as it was before. Cookie DAO has only grown and developed more and more from a fundamental standpoint. It's only more valuable now than it was even here, even with the snaps being taken away. I have a feeling, I have a very funny feeling that we're going to look back at this and it's going to seem super obvious that this was the area to buy, right? Just like it seemed super obvious up here and up here. Well, maybe not up there, like if you bought down here, but all I'm trying to say is I don't think that we're going to go too much lower. We look at the daily time frame, we look at the 1 hour time frame, we're going to see implications of slightly lower price action, but nothing that's crazy and groundbreaking to the downside. 1 hour time frame, looking at this, again, volume's just dying off. It's dying off completely. You're seeing a big move here with very low volume. There's low liquidity. That doesn't mean there's no selling pressure, but there's low selling pressure. Whenever there's very low selling pressure and buying pressure steps in, you have a very easy time moving up the price with a lot less volume. We look at the 1 hour time frame here, the RSI, in my opinion, looks kind of bearish. You're getting highs, higher highs, higher highs. We're getting highs, lower highs, lower highs. It's hidden bearish divergence. This is bad, right? Coming down now, you're in the oversold area. Same thing with the stochastics and then the MACD. The MACD sucks as well, but you're kind of sideways neutral. It's not really going to be helpful in this environment. 4 hour time frame here, rejecting the 50 on the RSI. Not looking good in my opinion there. Again, getting higher highs while getting lower highs. It's bearish. It's not a good thing. You're coming down and you've got like a flat base that you're grinding here. It's like a descending triangle of sorts. Your stochastics are finding resistance in the same area they've been finding resistance on, and your MACD overall is abundantly bearish. You even had bullish divergence here, and this is all that you got. Now you're coming down. So yeah, you took a really good scenario here and you did nothing with it. So you're probably going to go lower, probably. We look at the daily time frame, very bearish on the stochastics, bearish on the MACD because you are rejecting the zero line here, right? The last couple times that we've rejected the zero line, for example, the price was here. Oops, let's zoom in a little bit. The price was right here and it rejected. The price was right here and it rejected both times. So, here We haven't even rejected yet. I mean, I guess, yeah, we rejected the 0. Okay, so this is a little bit of a bigger move. We've probably seen most of this move to the downside, but again, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more is what I would think here. RSI is setting up for bullish divergence, which is nice. 3-day time frame here. No bullish divergence there, but you are in a very, very long-lived downtrend. Typically, these trends end in the oversold zone. You're probably going to break out of this trend here with your next attempt higher. You're probably going to move up higher here pretty soon. But this is a 3-day time frame, so that doesn't mean today. That doesn't mean tomorrow. It doesn't even mean this week. It could be a couple weeks from now. 3-day time frame doesn't mean 3 days. Think of a 3-day time frame as like projecting out what might happen over the next month, maybe, or the next few weeks even. Like a 1-hour time frame, it's not predicting what's going to happen that hour. It's probably going to predict what's going to happen over the next day. This time frame is not going to predict what happens over the next 3 days. It's more like what's going to happen over the next 3 weeks, or probably like the next month or so. And you're totally reset. You're in this low area. I would expect some recovery is going to come. You have bullish divergence on your stochastics here. Technically, you do have bullish divergence on your MACD. I don't know if I would call that bullish divergence. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You're at prior areas of resistance. You're very near your golden ratio extension level from a low to a high here. I think that we're going to find support right there, right in this area of prior consolidation. And then from there, we should see a rapid recovery up to anything from 4.5 cents to potentially something as high as 8.5 cents, depending on how robust this movement wants to be. And this could all happen. We could literally be at 8.5 cents or higher by the end of February. Right? I don't expect this recovery to be a long, slow, drawn-out process and then we drop lower. That's not what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a V-shaped recovery. Because Cookie DAO was oversold at 10 cents, guys. Here we are, 75% lower than that. Like this is so undervalued that whenever it snaps back to reality, I think you're going to have a very easy time moving up to like 7 cents, 13 cents, somewhere in this area like that, right? But at least 4.5 cents. At least like 100% move will come in or something like that. Anyways, I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say. Just wanted to talk about it here. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. The weekly time frame, that's what I wanted to look at because we haven't looked at the weekly in a while. A little bit of bullish divergence kind of on the weekly RS or the weekly MACD. There is no bullish divergence on the stochastics and no bullish divergence on the weekly RSI, but you are at the oversold zone, which is a perfect area to bounce from and recover. I don't believe that we're done going lower, but I do believe we're very, very close to it right now. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.